That's right. So his how question basically can be summed up as this, Jack. How do I know it's time to leave my day job? Okay.
So is that more geared to somebody who is starting a company?
Yeah. So somebody's kind of get ready to start. You've been thinking about it for a while. Let me kind of give you a little background on this. And so again, that's something that I think most of us have wrestled with at some point. At what point does it make sense for me to go out on my own? Whatever that might look like, whether it be starting something, going to buy something, whatever it might be, but to kind of get out and kind of be your own boss. So this email came in from Jason in New York. And thank you, Jason, for reaching out to us. And I actually had a nice chat last week with Jason as well to talk about this a little bit. But I want to kind of just frame kind of where he's at. And he did a very good job kind of summarizing his situation. So he's always thought about kind of running his own company, and ever since he's probably in his mid-teens, and he's been working for somebody now. He's about 30 years old. He's at the point where he's about to get married. He's working for a very good company, a very good boss, and he's been kind of moonlighting a little bit. Doing some side jobs and stuff so he started his own company on the side a few years ago. And he's at the point where he's trying to figure out at what point does it make sense for me to kind of go out on my own, And he's at the point where he's kind of a little bit gun shy. He wants to, as he said, he wants to kind of have his ducks in a row, okay. And he's learned a lot with the jobs he's had, but the confidence to kind of jump out on his own. He's a little bit nervous to kind of leave that day job, but he's in a very good position to do so. He's in a position where he has no debt. It's a great position to be in.
Always a good position to be in.
And one of the reasons he has no debt is the second point he made was that he never went to college, which I told him is a fantastic thing. College is tremendously overrated. In fact, I just tweeted out, shared a tweet about a couple hours ago today. It was an article from Inc. magazine talking about how it's so much easier, Jack, to get a loan to go to school. In fact, only about 3% of people get denied school loans, okay? But to get a loan for a company, for a business plan,
have to go through big time hoops.
It's terrible. It's so hard to get a plan. Yet an 18-year-old can go to a bank and get $100,000 to go pay for college, and come out of school with tremendous debt and no guarantee of a job, especially depending on what their degree might be. Right.
So what does that say about the politics and the whole idea of the lobby and power of academia and the interwoven, not conspiracy, but the interwoven power of government and academia. It is. It's great. That just kind of brings it all home, doesn't it?
Well, the reason I brought this up is, again, it's part of how he kind of summarized himself, giving me a background on himself, and it's not uncommon when Jack and I are talking to people. I'd say probably a third of our clients are like Jason, where they've had absolutely no college at all. Probably another third have had some college. And the other ones, the other third have had college or master's degrees or something like that. But
another evidence of that. Excuse me, there. Yeah. They often feel inferior because they haven't gone to college or graduated from
college. Exactly the point I was going to make, Jack. They're made to feel
Fire
that
away.
Right?
Yep.
The culture is such like, what's the matter with you? How come you didn't go to college? I'm thinking, well, what a great position that this young man's in. He has no debt because he didn't go to college. He's been working, earning a living, putting some money aside, starting a company on the side, okay, and so he's nervous to kind of take the leap, and part of what we talked about was the idea of, and Jack and I will often talk to people about this whole not living under a bridge syndrome, okay, and we kind of some people kind of get worried in terms of what the worst case scenario might be, and so if you don't have certain things in place, you might be afraid that, hey, gee, if this company thing doesn't work out, I'm going to be living under a bridge in a cardboard box somewhere. And so I joked with Jason about that a little bit last week. He was laughing about it. I said, no, I get that. And I said, do you? He said, oh, yeah, I do. Intellectually, but emotionally, maybe you don't quite get it, right?
Yeah, you feel if you fail, it's nothing but total failure of all types and kinds, and you're ruined for life. That's kind of how people assess this when they aren't talked to and perspective given to them. They do that kind of stuff, so it keeps them from moving forward.
That's right. So not only is he debt free, he also has made an investment in his business, Jack, where he owns his equipment in his van free and clear.
Good
owns
for
the stuff
him.
for us. So he's doing a good
Boy,
job of kind of, you know, so.
no wonder he was listening to one of our podcasts. He's a pretty smart guy.
So he's, you know, he's concerned. Yeah, again, it's his lifelong dream to kind of do this and kind of get out on his own. But he's kind of in his own way, you know. So his question is, how do I know it's time to leave my day job? And so Jason and I had a very good discussion. I want to share it here on the air because I want to kind of get, you know, bigger picture in terms of there are other folks who are wrestling with it. And, you know, as Jack and I were prepping for the show here today, we had discussions about it. Jack made a very good point. He said it's very unique to every person in terms of what their reasonings might be or their situation. But we wanted to kind of cover today, and that's why we wanted to tee it up here in the first section. We'll get into some more detail for the next segment here of the show. But, you know, to kind of frame the issue that it's a common challenge. You've got folks that, or they be young folks who are looking ahead to their life and wanting to be an owner. Folks who are in corporate America who are kind of pining for the chance or the idea, or again, the whole romanticizing the idea of kind of being in business for themselves and being their own boss kind of thing, or folks who are working somewhere else, or it might be, or maybe they're working for a small company. And the idea is, hey, you know, I'd like to kind of take over the company someday or kind of get my own thing going. But a lot of folks are thinking about it.
Well, it said the new American dream is owning your own business. It's displaced the old American dream of owning your own home. And I truly believe that. I think most people, especially younger people, would love to have their own business, but don't know quite how to start it, don't have the encouragement, don't get the right knowledge, don't hear from the right advisors.
It's very true, Jack. And so what we'll do is we'll delve into that, you know, in a little more depth here today, kind of help you understand how do you know when it's the right time to leave your day job, but how to kind of go about doing that, take on some of the myths that are out there, some of the challenges, and kind of our way of approaching that. So stick around. When we come back, we'll be talking more about this in terms of how do I know it's time to leave my day job. I'm Adam Sunhalter.
And I'm Jack Mancini, and we're Maximum Value Partners. Give us a call, folks. Be part of wait, let me start that over again. Be part of our program tonight.
Excellent. Stay tuned for more.